Hi everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm your host Shipra Makkar and this is Valentine's week going on. I always gift myself. I love doing self-care. Whatever I want someone else to do for me, I complete that need for myself. So for example, it's Rose Day today. I often get myself flowers, but I went on today and got a huge, not a huge, but different kind of flowers, daisy, roses, whatever I like. I often gift myself flowers, but on these days where you feel the loneliness so much, I like to pamper myself and comfort myself with the same kindness I would do to my friends, loved ones. And I think it's really important. It's a huge part of my life, and that's why I'm here to share my heart to you. And I often wish for kindness, empathy, understanding in the world we are living today. It's really painful to see how humans deal with each other. So I'm gonna tell you what couple of things I do for myself that you can do for yourself and your inner child. So a couple of years back, I made a huge card for myself. So I often write myself love letters. So this was when I asked myself to be my forever Valentine, and I made it huge. So I've written, "Will you be my forever Valentine?" And I've put like a yes with a heart and a no with a heartbreak. So I think everything that I would have wanted to hear from someone else, I said to myself, and it is so beautiful because I knew exactly what I wanted to hear at that moment, and I said it. So this is one, is that I keep writing love letters to myself whenever I feel loneliness or feel the need of someone. And I ask myself, what do you need right now? Whether it's a chocolate cupcake, it can be anything. From tiny, intangible, tangible things to materialistic, big, intangible emotions. For example, if I need a hug, I will just hug myself if nobody is around me. And it's so comforting to have that moment to yourself because it's often uncalled. Other thing that I do is buy myself flowers. I do it very often. I spoil myself when I'm on my periods, so I often spoil myself with whatever I want to have in that moment, specifically food wise. So I give myself that, space to whatever. I don't double think it sometimes, especially on those days. If I want to have a full tub of ice cream, I'll have that, and I will not force my body. So that is very, very important. I feel, listening to your body. Sometimes self-care is going for a run, but sometimes self-care is just lying down in bed for as much time as my body needs, and doing nothing is always never doing nothing. So this is my motto, and I try to take some part of my day as doing nothing time. Third thing that is really, really important for me is this. I make this inner child box. So not a couple, maybe 2 years back, I started doing inner child work. A lot of us have gone through some kind of childhood trauma on any level and capacity. However, I see a huge number of adults don't even have the understanding of what went wrong, or for them it's perfectly normal because everyone around them or everyone in their surroundings felt or made them feel that it is normal, it is okay, everyone goes through this, so you better buckle up and deal with this. So inner child healing is basically firstly having the awareness of what you went through as a child, and it will invite a lot of emotions, and that's why it is suggested to go do this work in a proper framework with a guide, mentor, coach, whoever you trust. I got my international communities. It's really amazing how they make me feel. Each time I enter the room, they honor my light, and it's amazing. I feel at the top of the world. Like, this is what success means to me. Like, being at peace with myself and other persons, people around me embracing that part of themselves and me. So, the very important part of inner child healing is reparenting yourself. So, it could be anything. For example, if you have growing up heard that money is limited, any kind of limiting belief. So, reparenting oneself is meeting those unmet needs which could have been met by your primary caregivers but did not meet it with any reason whatsoever. I feel it's our responsibility, specifically I can speak for myself, that it is my responsibility as a responsible adult to meet those needs for myself, whether it's emotional, physical, on any level, on any capacity. So I try to live my life with that goal, and try to comfort myself for going through the pain of living a human life. It's not easy, it's really hard, and sometimes all I have to say to myself is I keep my hand over my heart and I tell, it's okay, kiddo, I got you. I would often reassure myself by saying, I allow you or I give you permission to make decisions for yourself, and it is okay. So basically, you are changing the dynamics here. What you want to hear from your parents or your family members or your partner, you are saying that to yourself and you are meeting that unmet need. Oftentimes, there is a lot of stigma and judgment attached to a need. However, I feel a need is always natural. I hope reparenting or these tools, whatever I've shared with you, helps. I often like to keep this box as a reminder. Whatever my inner child wants to hear, I just write a note and keep it in here, and it really helps me. One last thing that a therapist suggested me, what she does for herself, and it is really important. So before going to bed, right before you sleep, you take your hand to your heart and you tap. So sometimes on days when I'm anxious, I tap it like really fast to actually release those trapped emotions. Sometimes when I am going through a really tough time, my touch will be very caressing. It will be very soothing to me. Sometimes I don't like to move my hand at all. I would like to hold my heart and myself like this. Sometimes I do like a hug from myself. Tapping your heart for 5 minutes before going to bed and actually dozing off, it's really soothing. It releases a lot of healthy hormones. From my heart to yours, I wish you so much love, understanding, empathy for what you are going through. It's hard. You are not alone. Take care of yourself. I hope you are good to you. And let me know whatever you are feeling and what activities you do for yourself in the comment section below. And of course, our audience will be happy to hear it out from you. And take care. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.